What's going on, guys? Dr. Stephen James here to bring you another live stream. Today I am going to be starting my second podcast, talk about what's been going on, and tell you why I've probably been the least phased by the pandemic. First of all, I want to say that I guess before I say anything, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and also, anyway, I was gonna tell you that I meant to do this stream since like Saturday. It's Monday now, but the reason for the delay is I was like, well, it hasn't been a week since. Well, on Saturday, I decided since it hasn't really been a week since my last upload, I'd wait another day. And Sunday came and it was, I just completely forgot. So, yeah, I'm home now. I just got back from work. I changed out of my shirt, my work shirt, to get into an AC/DC t-shirt. Whew. Yeah, so, honestly, this is not a, live stream that I was looking forward to. I mean, with video games, you don't really need commentary, You could just play the game and don't suck so much. I usually do that pretty well. But with podcasts, I always have to come up with something to say. And it's really not that hard, I mean, I'm a pretty good conversationalist. I talk with myself like all the time, and I don't care how weird that sounds. It's just true. So yeah, I don't since I was late coming home from work, I don't really see myself doing this for an hour. I mean, I will try to get it as close to an hour as I can, but it's late, and frankly there are other things I'd rather be doing. So I just want to say a few things before I explain the in the title of the video. Let's see. Anyone who's noticed my previous live stream, anyone who's seen my previous live streams may notice that I fumble with my words a lot. Like sometimes I talk faster than my brain can process. Hopefully the ADHD meds I put myself on will fix that. Yeah. Did I mention I have ADHD? Yeah, I should have been on ADHD meds a long time ago. Because they could have changed my life so much. I mean, I don't know if I said this already, but I should have been on them like at least 9 years ago. When I was in my early teens, I was on ADHD meds, but they weren't. What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't really know why I stopped. I mean, my mother claims that it's because I requested it. I requested to be on to get off the meds, but I don't seem to remember that. And besides which way, what mother what mother just agrees to let their kid stop taking meds? So, yeah, I mean, even if that conversation did happen, I don't know why I'd want to be off Concerta, which is the drug I was taking for ADHD. To this day, it is the best energy enhancing drug I have ever taken, which I thought that's what it was originally for, but it was up until less than a year ago that I found out that it was really for ADHD. And kind of getting to the topic early, that's kind supposedly the my my ADHD has to do with the fact that I haven't gotten my license. I mean, without showing the street sign, let me show you where I live if I can. Yeah, see? Not really much. That's what I live. I mean, this is a nice neighborhood that's centered in. I live in a very nice area that is centered around pretty much farmland. Nearest town is like 20 minutes away by car, but on foot, not safe. And honestly, that's a lot of hills, no sidewalks, too risky. Oh, by the way, I just want to thank you for getting my channel to 10 subscribers. If you want to see what I do, click some of my older videos and hit the subscribe button. To celebrate my 10 subs, I've been meaning to do an exploration video, but as you can understand, as I said, I can't drive, so I have to walk everywhere. Not exactly a nice time this time of year, where it's minus 20 degrees and it's been snowing quite a bit lately. I mean, what do you think I'd rather do? Just sit in my room and play games and get views that way? Or freeze my ass off in the cold and probably risk my life? Because I won't. I mean, I don't know if I will ever do an exploration video with other people, because not everyone is as brave as me. Heck, most of the YouTubers in Pennsylvania are about games. So, I mean, I've seen exploration videos on YouTube. It's something I've always wanted to do, but again, there's hardly anything here, so. And since I have no exploration video locations in mind, actually I did have one in mind. It's a little village practically in the backyard of my house, but it's no longer abandoned. Actually, abandoned's a strong word. It's just out of service. It's a place called Apple Blossom Village. When I first moved, they used to have all types of events. Easter egg hunts, it had a batting cage, a play place with a concession stand where you can get ice cream. It was great. And for a while, it's been empty. One time I looked for my cat got lost, and I looked for him there, and it was really empty. Not to mention really creepy, too. I knew that it was still being tended to because there was still plenty of livestock, like cows and sheep. But, yeah, that's, yeah, for the most part, it sat pretty empty. Although one time, when I was looking for my cat, I was looking in a barn just full of tractors, and I swear on the other side of one of the tractors I saw a figure just swoop and hide behind the tractor that I was peeking behind. A little freaked out, but I just announced and said, "Hello, I don't mean to intrude, but I'm looking for my cat. Have you seen him?" I turned around and no one was there. And this was a mud track. This was a muddy barn. A muddy shed. It wasn't paved, or anything like that. So if there were steps, it would have heard. I mean, I'm not saying I saw a ghost. I'm saying I don't know what I saw, but it was creepy as hell. And it would have been a great YouTube video if I went back there, except it's a brewery now, which means it's officially owned property in service. Therefore, if I did an exploration video, it would be trespassing, which, I mean, I don't really want to do anything too illegal if it's not worth the risk. I mean, I'm sure I'm all for living on the edge, but if my videos are getting less than 10 views, then what's the point, you know? So instead, what I was thinking I would do is fire up the Randonautica app. You know what that is. It's like an exploration video. You've probably seen hundreds of videos in that subject on YouTube. And I was thinking of typing in the attend abandon and see what happens. If anything cool happens, then hey, I've got an interesting video. And you know, some people, if not interesting, I might upload it anyway. I mean, you know, some people can take enjoyment out of watching the simple things, wholesome things. So, I mean, yeah, whether or not I think it's that interesting, I'm probably gonna upload it anyway. Cause, I mean, I did go through all that work. So, yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be doing, but it's gonna have to wait. Also, hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I just got off work, and you know, now I'm doing a podcast that I've been meaning to do for a couple days. It hasn't Saturday. It hasn't been an entire week since my last upload, so I thought, I don't really feel like it, so I'll wait one more day. But Sunday rolled around, and I completely forgot. No, I've been playing a lot of last-gen games, you know, Black Ops 1. I actually have the Black Ops 2 game disc in now. In fact, since my phone was almost completely dead, I had to charge it, so I have it plugged into to the PS3 right now. Yeah, sorry, I'm having a hard time getting the angle, but yeah, that's that's what I'm using. I actually tried to do it last night. Yeah, but for some reason, Black Ops 2 is not as popular as Black Ops 1. I mean, with the exception of the unpopular maps like Shangri-La and Shinonuma, I've generally had a pretty easy time getting into a public game lobby. I mean, even if it was just to play some of the maps only once, I never had an issue. But last night, even though it's a slightly newer game, I mean, even the more popular maps in that game, like Mob of the Dead, I had trouble finding people to play with. And plus, the servers are really buggy. If you sign into the PlayStation Network before starting up the game's gonna freeze. And that's annoying, because the only way to fix it is to either take the game disc out without turning off the application, or shutting off the entire controller. Same results. and both really annoying. I mean, you don't have to run the servo check. It's totally optional. It's just a security measure if your console has been shut down incorrectly. The software is programmed to run a self-check to make sure your console wasn't shut down by an external source. So yeah, there's so yeah, and again, it's most likely because I just couldn't start it any sooner. I mean, it's I mean, it's common sense. I mean, either I mean, you have to start up an unpopular game at a specific time of the day, which is right now when people are off work, off school, and they're not in bed sleeping. So, I'm hoping for more luck now because I kind of want to play the less popular maps. I mean, actually, no, I mean, Transit's an unpopular map, but yet it's the most played, obviously because it's the launch map, and the launch maps tend to have the most playtime, the most play, the most played maps. I don't know why that came out so weird, but wow, it's getting dark in this room pretty fast. Yeah, no problem. I'll just turn on a light. I mean, the ceiling light has faulty wiring, but it's better than nothing. You know, I really hope when I showed you what it looked like outside that I didn't get the that I don't think I got the street sign across the street in the shot, but hopefully the frame rate isn't high enough to see that. Just you know, I don't need, you know, too many details being revealed about where I live. But anyway, the last podcast I did was a couple minutes shorter than this. It was about 15 and a half minutes long. It's at that point, it's been a while since I uploaded an edited video, so I wanted to do that because I use software that I run software. I mean, I don't know why. I use editing software that costed $100 to upload to YouTube a edited video, and you know, I mean, and that's a lot of money, especially for someone on a housekeeping salary. So obviously it took a while to make the money. I mean, until it got to the point where I could until it got to the point where I could, you know, sell, and until it got to the point where I could buy the software needed to upload things. I mostly just broadcasted gameplay from the PS4 to YouTube. I don't have Twitch because, I mean, Twitch is for active streamers, and that's never what I wanted my channel to be about, was streaming. And plus, Twitch is just really weird with some of its rules. YouTube for a while was kind of weird too, but they're getting better. The modifiers. So yeah, I'm using this. I'm broadcasting this through the Streamlabs app. So I won't hold it against you if you don't donate, but if you want to, you could do that. So, yeah, I mean, I could have just used the Streamlabs to upload, but I mean, I could have just used the Streamlabs to do my first podcast, but like I said, it's been a while since I've done an edited video, and plus I really wanted to add those cool songs in the editing process. It was Dr. Doctor by Robert Palmer, and I also wanted to share a link to my first TikTok. It was cringy, but at least I'm aware of that. And I was basically dancing to the song Leviathan by Volbeat. It wouldn't surprise me if that song was available in the Leviathan custom zombies map for Black Ops 3. Yeah. So if you have any questions, to keep the conversation rolling, feel free to ask, and I won't it can be anything. Promise I won't get mad. I got thick skin. So I'm a little awkward. Yeah, so I find it weird that sometimes the videos you think deserve the most love, like, don't get any love at all. Like, not that long ago, I uploaded a requested react video where I reacted to the Lady of Heaven trailer. Blew up in like the first hour. It already got like, I can't remember what the view count was, like 50 or something like that. I've uploaded a few shorts since then. Coming up after this podcast at some point, I was going to do a short where I just do a compilation of lies told by Star Wars fans. If you want to see that, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy it when it comes. So, by the way, if you're enjoying this live stream for whatever reason, leave a like on this as well. So, yeah, I don't think it says anywhere that a podcast needs to be long. I mean, I kind of started prematurely about the topic of the video, but I didn't really finish. So, I mean, oh, by the way, forgot my soda. BRB. One sec. I got this from a vending machine at work. I was kind of lucky. Last time it was a mislabeled thing at the machine. I clicked on the Coke Zero sugar bottle and it gave me a Minute Maid lemonade instead. Don't you hate when that happens? I mean, why can't vendors just do their jobs right, Refreshing. I really shouldn't be drinking soda that strong so late, but whatever. I kind of wish I looked at the price tag before buying it, though. $3.50. What? Seriously? That makes it by far the most expensive drink that you can get from the vending machine. Had I only looked at the price of it, I wouldn't have bought it. Or if I did buy it, I would have been reluctant to. Because, it's expensive. I'm not rich. More like upper middle class. Barely. Like at most. And, I mean, upper middle class on like I live in a big house. I have LEDs in the back of my TV. I do have every PlayStation console from 2 to 4. I couldn't afford PlayStation 5. And I now have just under I now have just under $100 on my cash card. So, I mean, probably shouldn't have. I mean, that's not really your business to know how much I have on my card, but whatever. I'm sharing. All right, yeah, the lighting. Okay. I don't know how long it's happened, but you guys have been staring at total darkness for who knows how long. I'm gonna turn the light on for you. Be right there. So, while I come up with something interesting to talk about, let's discuss the topic of this video as to why I was the least fazed by the pandemic. Well, where do I begin? Okay. So, as I was saying, for the last almost 17 years of my life, I've lived in the same location while all my friends have moved to all my friends have moved to various places around the world, They've moved to places like California. It's kind of my dream. They moved to Virginia. Overrated state, but it's a nice location, I guess. If you're into the nature scene and going on cavern tours. I actually been to West Virginia once. Didn't really enjoy my time there. I mean, an entire week, and all we did was go on a bunch of cavern tours. I mean, that's really all there is to do. I mean, the first night there, we went to an Olive Garden for dinner, but I don't like to think about that. Olive Garden's pretty overrated. It's really just their bread rolls that, is good about them. Or maybe it's their salads. I can't remember. Either way. Honestly, I don't know why people like Olive Garden so much, but no. So at work today, I was reluctant to strip one of the rooms because they left so many good things behind that I honestly had a hunch that they were coming back. Like, maybe they just left for like a hike or something. There are a handful of people that enjoy the cold. There are a handful of people that enjoy the cold, and you know what? If I was preparing for a hike trip, I would take my suitcase with me as well. So, I called up the office. They said they haven't been in that room since this past Thursday. So, I found a nice pair of winter gloves. And I found a bag of Chick-fil-A with enough food in it to feed 3 teenagers. And I mean, teenagers love to eat. They have such a high metabolism. So if you can imagine how much food I found. Unless my mom has plans for dinner, that's gonna be what I'm eating for dinner today. So, kind of looking forward to it. Obviously it's organic food, and organic food doesn't have that high a life expectancy, so obviously I'm gonna have to microwave it first. Luckily it was in the fridge, so I'm sure it's still good. You know, once you heat it up, it's gonna be great, I bet. So, yeah, by the way, I won't know for sure until I watch the playback of this live stream, but I sure hope that you guys can see this. Cause I mean, like, if something goes wrong, like if it's echoey, or or the audio is just not good, like, I'm sorry, but you know, I mean, this is my first time using this app, so I'm a little unfamiliar with some of the mechanics, but you know, it seems like a pretty simple app, so I'm sure I'm okay. I had another thought that I wanted to run by you. I'm trying to remember what it was. You know, in the middle of... Oh, right. So, the Streamlabs app and something else... TubeBuddy. Where the TubeBuddy is just an app that analyzes your videos, and you know it gives you ideas of how to improve your videos so they get more views. So yeah, I try to check in on that app like at least once a week. So yeah, so the thing with TubeBuddy and Streamlabs is they have the authority to delete my videos. Yeah. That doesn't make me feel very secure because one, I always say that I will never delete my videos. Although I have deleted a few. I deleted the playback of my first live stream where I attempted the Voyage of Despair gauntlet. So, I mean, I figured it wasn't worth, like, you know, making people sit through 6.5 hours of me just constantly failing. Technically, the second live stream wasn't a success either, but I feel like there was so much good footage in that I just kept it on. So, basically the only videos I delete on my YouTube channel are just the ones where I have technical difficulties. That's really it. So, yeah. It's, okay. I don't have cigarettes, dude. Like, well, out of all the commands you could give me, why that? Do I look like I smoke? I mean, my teeth are pretty yellow, but that's more from drinking acidy products. Yeah, man. I don't have any cigarettes or a vape pen in case you're wondering. Is that how you say it? Vape pen. Yeah, vape pen. All right. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh, right. Yeah, leave a like if you're enjoying this stream. If you're not, that's okay too. You know, sometimes the videos you think deserve praise. They don't get it. It's kind of a weird concept for a creator, but sometimes the videos you don't think deserve enough love, they seem to get all the love. I don't know, it's weird, but I guess any attention is good attention, as some people would say. That's kind of a fine line. I don't really think it's entirely true. Some attention can ruin your reputation, you know. It depends on what you're all about, but so back to what I was saying earlier about why I'm the least phased. It's just that when businesses shut down, I know it feels petty, but it for the first time it feels like everyone's on the same page as you. Like, I've been stuck at the same job for 7 years. Really, when the pandemic lifted, I was really only getting the stuff about my life that I hated, like my dead-end job, and I was with this group of people that I have to try to find new stuff to do every week to keep hours up. So, yeah, that sounds weird, but basically, I volunteer at this group, and they hold new events like every week, and it's tough to find things these days that fit in my budget. We used to do this. We used to go to this bowling alley called Revelations. It was a really nice but really expensive bowling alley, and for some inconceivable reason, we went there every month. Let me see if I think it was like $20 per frame. I think it was like $20 per game, and it was a really nice place. It had a bar and arcade, but going there once a month, every month, was just too much. Once a year, totally manageable. There is another organization that holds events in that place once a year, and that's way more manageable. And of course, I'm sure because that place is ridiculously expensive, that it is no longer a thing. VUM.ONG. Is that a website? Sorry, Do you have an English translator app? I can't really tell if that's I feel dumb, but I can't really tell if that's in English or if you're sending me a link to a website. So, how long have I been talking? Oh, just shy of 39 minutes. Okay. The pandemic's lifted. I am scheduled to take my driver's test in March, but not March, April. After I failed my test last year, I set up another appointment, but instead of 6 months ahead, like it usually is, it wound up being 13 months. Like, what? That many people are trying to get their driver's license when they're supposed to be at home safe. That's government orders, and I'm sure like a lot of people, scheduled a test for that day because it was actually it's the second easiest test you'd think, behind the driver's test course in Allentown. Yeah, I mean, Allentown's a big city. You would think the course would be difficult, but the thing is, the DMV in Allentown is on the outskirts of the city, and so is the course. You know, as long as you can remember to stop at least 3 feet in front of the stop sign and nail your turns perfectly, and obviously parallel parking, you'll pass the test really easily. And however, since I was practicing with Good Shepherd, which is a hospital that deals with special needs adults, I'm autistic. So, yeah, she was basically there to determine whether or not I should drive. And she basically pulled the rug out from under me because she had already scheduled a test for that location. And since the course was so easy, she didn't think it was a good idea for me to take it there. I mean, I was extremely shocked and outraged that she said that because, let me put it this way, Allentown is an hour away. The appointment the appointments that I've been going to weekly in between day jobs, uh, they were at like no later than 11 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, I got up. I mean, in all regards, I was out of my element. I was basically going out of my way to travel an hour to go to a hospital, do some driving around what's pretty much a big city. You know, it appears in Doppler radars along with Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And to have the rug swept out from under me like that was beyond uncool. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna schedule my own exam. If I fail, then, so be it. And the reason, and as I previously said, the test that I took was the second easiest. The reason why I failed is because just as I was about to start my test, I was cleaning my glasses and the lens fucking popped off. Like, what? I mean, if bad timings were an Olympic event, that would certainly take the gold, in my opinion. So, I mean, I'm sure we all have bad timing stories, but yeah, point is that was really bad timing. And of course, even after giving myself a pep talk, like, okay, all right, listen up. Here's what I told myself. Every parallel parking spot is coded to fit the size of every vehicle, and yours is small. Well, it's a little smaller than average, so just trust your angles, use all the training you have, and you'll be fine. Yet, for some inconceivable reason, I just suddenly plagued by doubts. And I mean, the guy, usually when practicing parallel parking, you're only allowed to pull forward a limit of 3 times. But I negotiated with the guy saying that if I was really trying to parallel park outside the test, I would keep doing it until I could get it perfectly, no matter how many times it took. And even though it was unorthodox, I was able to sway the guy in giving me a 4th chance. So he was willing to bend the rules for me. I mean, whether that's because he was nice or it's because I'm a good negotiator or both, doesn't matter. He gave me another chance and I still managed to fucking blow it. Like, yeah, I really didn't deserve that, but I do believe in trying and trying again, no matter what anyone says. So I scheduled another test as soon as I got home. But like I said, it was 13 months away. And let's see, this is the last day of January, so it's like 3.5 months from now, which is a lot of time, but I have a lot of prep work to do. I have to update my neurologist and inform her how well the ADHD meds are working. And if they are, then, good. If I need to upgrade back to Concerta, then we'll do that. And then I have to go to my care physician and get my checkup, get the form signed get the physical form for my learner's permit signed and filled out, and then I need to go to the DMV to, retake the written test, because every 3 years you renew it, you have to retake the test. And my physical, unfortunately, expired like almost 2 months before I last tried to get it renewed. So, I knew it was kind of a long shot that the physical form would still be good, but, I just wanted to believe it wasn't too late. But it was. So, yeah, 26 minutes. Like I said, this was bound to be a short podcast because it's late and I had a long day of work and I'd rather be doing other things like playing Black Ops 2 Zombies and watching YouTube videos. So, yeah, I leave a like on all my videos, by the way, because honestly, if I don't support myself, then why should anyone else, right? That's just my viewpoint. So, all my videos, whether I think they're good or bad, I don't believe I upload any bad videos. Some could maybe use a little work, a little editing to keep it interesting, but either way, I leave a like on all my videos. So, by the way, if you have enjoyed me ranting about what's gone on the last time I went to the DMV, leave a like, And while you're at it, subscribe, because I've got a lot of great videos coming. So, I think there was something else I was going to add before, closing it. I'm trying to make this podcast at least 50 minutes long. So, anyone watching have any other questions? Feel free to start typing as I take a little drink. So, what I do typically for on this channel is, I've done a lot of React videos, and I've definitely done a ton of gaming videos, and a few day in the live streams. Even though all but one is still processing. That was like 2 or 3 uploads ago, not including this one. So, if you went to my channel, you wouldn't have to scroll too far to find it. But, and even though there aren't really too many 3 a.m. challenges to do when you're when you live with other people, there aren't really too many 3 a.m. challenges you can do. I also like doing those. And as for explorations, as I said earlier, it's way too cold to do much exploring, and even if I could find something interesting through the Randonautica app, I only get like no more than 10 views. No more than 5 usually unless it's for like a short video, because those tend to get a lot of views. Yeah, it's about the concept of shorts on YouTube. Like, at first I wasn't really sure, because, I mean, if you wanted to watch a video under a minute long, you could just go on TikTok or Snapchat. I mean, that was, that was my mindset for a while, but along the way I came up with a few good ideas for a YouTube short. So the first YouTube short I uploaded was titled, excuse me, I did just drink soda. As I was saying, the first YouTube short that I ever uploaded got over 1,300 views. Yeah, I was quite shocked. It was titled 5 Worst Intro Cutscenes. I mean, 5 worst COD Zombies intros. Yeah, that was, sorry, got itchy. Yeah, got a little cut on my lip. Can see it right there. Hurts like a bitch. I'm not sure I have any cream in this house that'll fix it. I've been using chapstick, but although it has helped a little bit in, relieving the pain, it's not really meant to heal. It's lip balm. It's supposed to make your lips smooth. Unfortunately, when you're eating stuff or drinking stuff, it tends to fade away, the chapstick. I have also discovered that shampoo is also a really effective pain reliever. I actually experimented with that. I just lathered a bit of Dove men's shampoo and conditioner on that part of my lip, and it worked a little, but when I was in the shower, it worked immensely, until I had to inevitably wash it off, along with the rest of the, soap, the shampoo on my face. Yes, I wash my face with shampoo, and that is because it's not like I can just drive to the store whenever I want, Whatever I can find loose, whatever shampoo, conditioner I can find at work is usually what I end up with, And, it's, you gotta play the hand you're dealt sometimes, And, so what was I saying? Oh, right. Supposedly the shampoo needs to be mixed with water for it to work, because it was relieving the pain a little bit, but it wasn't as good as, it could have been. So, yeah. I also wound up swallowing quite a bit of it. I actually once had my mouth rinsed off with soap. That was at my grandma's. I said the 4-letter S word, and he's never done, I swear a lot, and he's never done anything like that. So I think he was just trying to show his in-laws that he can discipline his children. So yeah, I had a mouthful of soap, and I don't know what the big deal was. It really didn't taste that bad. But, when I started unwittingly swallowing the shampoo that I had lathered on my lip, I felt a little queasy, and that is something I never considered, was the after effects of shampoo. But, then again, I hadn't really eaten anything at that point either, so it was probably just hunger pain, but, you know, it's not really something I'd experiment with outside the shower. I mean, during it's, man, yeah, I don't know if there's any cream I can use to get rid of this irritating cut. Kind of hurts to smile or frown, and that's tough when something funny happens, because you're like, ow. And yeah, this one's taken a while, but cuts on my lip, it, as well as cuts anywhere that small, I mean, they always go away, but this one seems to be taking a lot longer for some reason. I mean, it's been like 5 days since I noticed it. Well, I guess as a man, you just gotta weather the pain sometimes, you know? Maybe someday I'll do a drinking challenge. I mean, I have a strong metabolism still and strong immune system, so I mean, it's very difficult, I mean, to get me drunk. It takes me like 5 glasses of wine before I start to feel even a little buzzed. So it's a pretty expensive investment to get me drunk, but maybe someday, maybe not anytime soon, that is definitely something I can try one day. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say. Yeah, we're almost an hour in, so hope you, as modest, well, I was gonna say as Modest Pelican would say, I hope you malakas enjoyed. That was a terrible Australian accent, but anyway, like I was saying, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss out on anything new, and feel free to check out my old videos. Until then, I will see you next time. As always, Dr. Stephen James saying peace. Later, guys. See you next time.